Diddy done dropped and just stepped down as chairman from Revolt. The mishandling of women today in society is just trifling. It's ridiculous. It's sickening. So if you ever have a need to spread the awareness about something that is going to impact your sisters in the industry, please know and understand that this is a platform for you. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Women Speak Show. I am your host, DP Jeter, holding it down for the #1 sisterhood in the world. Yes, that is Women in Media Global. Make sure you're checking out our website at womeninmediaglobal.org. And you have just heard our original music, She's Ready, all of that by Stitches. Stitches is on that track. Your girl DP Jeter is on that track. And it is produced by myself, Danielle Jeter, and also Moultrie, Crazy Music Entertainment. We about to get into some really good it's trending everywhere. Women in media had to talk about it. We had to bring it to the forefront because that's what this platform is all about. It's all about women in the media industry, in the entertainment industry, and also we dabble in women in business as well. But this show was all about giving a voice to women in the industry and making sure that our voices are heard, our concerns are there, we're at the table and not on the menu, and that we have representation in the space of media and entertainment. And so this topic is not one that we could ignore. So shout out to the production team, Beatrix in the background, and myself. We put this show together, came into the studio and produced it in record speed, in record time. So I'm excited to share it with you. And then also shout outs to Excitement Radio, who is a big supporter of women in media as well, which, if you didn't know, is a 501c3 nonprofit organization. So if you are tuned into the show, it looks like I'm in winter time. This is like one of the first, I hope this is the only time this year that I will be wearing a turtleneck in Miami, but the weather, I got back from Atlanta, it was cold. I was done. I was like, I'm ready to get back to Miami, and it is sweatsuit weather in Miami. So I am wearing a turtleneck, y'all. I'm wearing boots. I'm wearing long socks. So I am dressed for the season and also the weather today. You know, I love winter fashion, but I gave that up when I moved to Miami and to South Florida. And I don't have that many winter clothes. And I really love the tropic weather. I love being in the sun. I love all of that. So today I'm sporting, you know, the little bit of winter clothes that I do have. And hopefully I can wash this and put it away and never wear it again in 2023 or 2024. Just moving on. All right, y'all. Let's just get right down to it. All right. Diddy done dropped and just stepped down as chairman from Revolt. That came out a day ago. It was reported that he, as the chairman of the TV network Revolt Media Company, decided to take a back seat, which Diddy is not a part of the everyday operations of that business anyway. First of all, that's goals, okay? So for any entrepreneur who is listening to our show, that is a goal. That's where you want to be. You want to be the owner. You want to be the boss. You want to actually be the chairman. He's not the CEO. He's the chairman and the owner. And allow your company to be so successful that you have people who are running the operations for your business. He has stepped down due to not only one, when Cassie came out and she put a case together, came out with some allegations against Diddy on human trafficking, on abuse, on sexual assault, and now 2 other people came out since he's already settled that case outside of court with a settlement of several millions of dollars. Now there's Jane Doe and somebody else who came out against Diddy, you know, and this is reminding us, it's giving us R. Kelly vibes all over again. He has decided to step down because the company is actually going to be celebrating their 10-year anniversary. And as a smart businessman, which I will never discredit P. Diddy for all of the success that he has had in his career, 30 plus years in business, entertainment, and media, the company is celebrating 10 years and he has made the decision to say, you know what, I do not want to take away from the achievements of Revolt and the livelihood of all of the employees that are at my media company. So I'm going to take a temporary step back from the company and deal with my personal matters so it does not outshine my business. And so that news has come out. On the show tonight, we're going to be citing, you know, a lot of this information about his case and his stepping down. We got our news from NPR, TMZ, Vulture.com, and also, you know, just a lot of other major media, notable media outlets where we are citing our sources from. So we all know Diddy as an international business, media, entertainment tycoon. Okay, tycoon. He is a black billionaire, y'all. And it's not that many billionaires in the world. There's definitely not that many billionaires that come from the US. And when we talk about black billionaires, he is one of the top. And he did it in entertainment and media and business. So shout outs to all my women in media who are in the game, because y'all are in the industry where you have the potential to be a billionaire woman, which is why I love being in this industry, why I love the opportunities that it provides. But you know, like I said, he's been in the game 30 years. He brings a wealth of not only knowledge, experience, but influence. So this news is shaking the entire industry, because it's like, yo, Diddy? Really? But Diddy been doing some shady stuff. Like, this is now being amplified because Cassie was brave enough to say, I need to tell my story. I need to be compensated for the way that I've been treated, right? The mishandling of women today in society is just trifling. It's ridiculous. It's sickening the way that women are represented, the way that women are discussed, the way that women are talked about, even in our personal lives, even in our business lives, the way that we are handled by men is complete disrespect. And the fact that, you know, we should be on the pedestal. I don't care if you feel as if I'm being extra, but women are the creators of mankind. If we don't carry, there will be no population. There will be no other human beings being made. So women need to be respected on the highest regard. But yet we continue to have to fight these gender wars of us not being equal, of us not being enough to be next to a man, or whatever the case may be. Aside from all of that, I just want to say how celebrated Diddy has been in his entire career, right? Global Icon Award, BET Lifetime Achievement Awards, multiple Grammys, NAACP Image Award for music, for acting, Soul Train Award, Kids Choice Award, award after award after award. So it's like, now that this news has come out, shocking news has come out just a day ago, it's interesting. This company was founded back in 2013, which, to be completely honest, I don't really see or watch a lot of content myself from Revolt, and I want to know if you guys are actually tuned in and subscribe to Revolt as well. I want to know. Just drop a comment. Let me know if this is a media outlet that you actually tap into. But it's been around almost 10 years, right? By him stepping down, it kind of marked the end of an era for this icon, for this entertainment icon, who has played the instrumental role in shaping the careers of countless artists. So he is widely regarded as one of the most influential figures in music, but I want to bring to our attention again that this is not the first time that Diddy has been accused or said to be someone who mistreats artists, who abuses, pay and their respects and just due, and that he's a really big personality to work with, and he's not always the most pleasurable person to work with. These are just these are the rumors. I am not saying that this has been my experience. I am just saying that this is what is said in his reputation as someone in the industry. A lot of the issues in his personal life is starting to become louder than his professional achievements, his professional roles. And so I think it was responsible of him to step down and to allow all of this to play out. But it's still going to be all over the news. It's still going to be all over social media. It's still going to be a topic of discussion. So I don't know what the inside workings are of his company, but I guess, from his advisors and from everybody, I guess this was the best decision. This is an internet statement that I'm about to say that was put up by Revolt. And I quote, "While Mr. Combs has previously had no operational or day-to-day role in the business, this decision helps to ensure that Revolt remains steadfastly focused on our mission to create meaningful content for the culture and amplify the voices of Black people throughout this country and the African diaspora. Combs has been with the network since 2013 and added, our focus has always been one that reflects our commitment to the collective journey of Revolt, one that is driven not by an individual, but by the shared efforts and values of our entire team on behalf of advancing, elevating, and championing our culture." And it continues, while Combs and Cassie were able to settle their case one day after she filed in New York City, Combs remains, and he says that he's innocent in all the cases. whatever. We wasn't there, but he definitely paid what he had to pay in order to make this thing end in a rapid speed of time. It's really unclear, like this news just came out a day ago, so it's completely unclear how long Diddy plans to take a step back from his role with Revolt. The network, the mission is for immersive media. It is to blend entertainment, culture, social awareness that was created to promote a space that will celebrate Black creativity while amplifying to uplift Black creators, artists, and entrepreneurs. Revolt focuses on engaging millennials and Gen Z audiences, which is so smart, very smart, and focuses on hip-hop culture. And it's available on DirecTV, AT&T, Uverse TV, Charter Spectrum, and Comcast Xfinity. No wonder I don't see it. I don't have access to any of these. I don't subscribe to none of these. I do not like AT&T as a provider. I just don't care for them. This news is according to networkspot.com, and it is estimated that Revolt has a net worth of $4.92 million. So this is a Black-led and owned multi-million-dollar company, which means that they make anywhere from, I would say maybe like $130K to maybe 200 something K a month to get to that 4.9. Y'all can do the math. Y'all just break down 4.92 million divided by 12, and you can see how much they rack in on a monthly basis to get to this evaluation, which is cool because it's encouraging for me. On the flip side, all right, I don't agree with the allegations. I don't agree with any sort of disrespect. I don't agree with any sort of human trafficking. I don't agree with anything that really disrespects human beings in general. But I will say I have a goal. My goal is $117,000 per month to make $3.4 million next year. So to see that Diddy is 4.9 mil, it just goes to show how vast and big my dream is. And I'm excited. I'm excited about the challenge of doing it. Back to the story, all right? So yeah, Revolt earns an estimated $1.2 million a year. And I literally just attended the Revolt Summit in Atlanta a couple months ago. Maybe 2 months ago. I had a great time. I will say that they are true to their mission of uplifting Black creators and influencers. I was able to go with Selena Hill from Black Enterprise, who was one of my dear friends, and she was a speaker. So I had a media pass, VIP, all access, and I enjoyed it. It actually was one of the best events that I went to this year. So I'm really proud of the Black team and the creators and the administration and operations who is over there present at Revolt, because they are doing great work. And so I'm glad that, this is a big operation. Diddy, he has the responsibility of the lives and families of so many young Black activists, speakers, creators, influencers. This is major news. Like, this is definitely industry, shaking. I think what I enjoyed the most about going to Revolt was the fact that I like the layout of the space. I also like the way that they used the space, and the way that they activated their agenda from day to day was like 2 or 3 days worth of activities to attend. And it was indoor, it was outdoor, and one of my favorite shows was on Sunday. They had if you know anything about me, I'm a Jesus girl. I love God. They had a gospel Sunday thing, and we had church. Pastor Mike, is it Mike? Pastor Mike. Oh my gosh. He did a really great job. We literally stood up the whole time. It was probably about a 25-minute segment, and literally we was in there dancing, praising God, jumping around, and it was great. You should check out the recap on my Instagram. I did a reel. My page is DP Jeter. It just brought so much light to a variety of walks of life, different artists, different attendees, different people. It was great. I had a great time. It was outdoor, indoor. I'm looking forward to that actual festival growing. And it was a festival. It wasn't like a conference. When I first got there, I thought it was going to be like, when I got the invitation, I'm thinking it's going to be like a conference, like any other conference, but it was way better. It was a festival, and it was like, oh, this is just what I needed, because I did not feel like sitting down in an auditorium and hearing people talk the whole time. Like, I wanted to be very interactive. So that's just a little sidebar about the Revolt World Summit that was in Atlanta. I want you to know how successful this company has been, because I just want to emphasize how major this news is. Each month, Revolt's YouTube receives receives 20.5 million views and around 683,000 views per day. So if a channel is monetized through ads, it earns money for every 1,000 video views on YouTube. So on average, YouTube channels could earn between $3 to $7 for every 1,000 video views. So with this data, we can predict the Revolt YouTube channel generates $82.01 in ad revenue a month. So that is 1.23 million a year. Highly successful media company due to the fame of Diddy. So in 2022, the Black founders raised less than 1% of all venture capital funds allocated in the US and 2.3 billion out of an estimated 216 billion. This is just information about Black founders and how they were able to raise money. Currently, the CEO of Revolt is Devanto Samuels. I'm sorry if I chop your name, sir. Mr. Samuels is the CEO of Revolt, and he is one of the youngest in the country to lead a media company at 42 until they meet Jeter. But yeah, y'all, I just wanted you to understand the magnitude of what we are dealing with. So all of this, again, because of the sexual allegations made against Diddy by Cassie, who was his former partner, girlfriend, and also an artist on Bad Boy. I've always wondered, like, honestly, I'm not the biggest person to follow hip hop, and I'm trying to do better being the founder of Women in Media Global, but it's just not my favorite news because it's so much negative stereotypes, so much negative toxic information, lyrics, imagery that I personally don't want to poison my temple with. So I'm just not super interested in it. But I will say, I was like, what happened to Cassie? Because we was all on that song, like when she was that first little hit. Then I'm like, I ain't never really know any more of her music, but I didn't also know what she was experiencing. And it was really heartbreaking to see some of the videos that came out about just the abuse that she was under. She was so much younger than Diddy. And even being myself as a woman who is also attractive and also dating, have dated, have traveled, you know, I've also experienced a lot of mistreatment and disrespect from men myself. And I just think it's unfortunate that it's beyond unfortunate that she was treated in this manner. Like, I recall, everybody's probably seen this by now. There was a video of Cassie with Diddy in some sort of hotel, and she was like on the floor covered in a blanket, like hiding from Diddy, hiding, probably not wanting to be on camera, not wanting to be recorded. And Diddy just recorded it, showed her in a very uncomfortable situation, and then was like, come on, babe, let's go to the beach. Like, that's not funny. Like, don't represent your girl in that way, you know? And that just showed just how it was just a lot of the stuff that I read. I was just like, wow. Like, there was some sort of birthday party that he put together for her. It was a surprise. And then the news said, in the case, this is from the court case, it said that Diddy then forced Cassie to leave her own party to perform sexual acts on him. Like, being forced to do sex with any person is just, it's inhumane. It's completely uncomfortable. And she talks about how her experiences being abused by him affected her life for years. So imagine being in a relationship with a man that's older for an extended period of time, how much healing work that she had to do. For us, it goes beyond, and I'm going to challenge my listeners. I want to challenge the people who's tuned in. It goes beyond just taking in the news and being like, dang, that sucks. Dang, you know, I feel bad. Let me repost. You know, like, we should speak out. We should use our voices. We should talk about the disrespect. We need to bring light to it, and we need to hold men accountable. On another note, if you are a person of prayer, if you pray to God, you pray for her healing, her family, and that God will use this situation to turn it around for her good so that she can still be a light, because she has a voice, she has a purpose, and she has a gift that's rare. And so we don't want that to lose its opportunity because of she fell victim to a sexual abuse case with a lover who abused her. So let me just read some of the information that we have here. This ongoing sex abuse involving Cassie Ventura, it has come to light. Super happy that she did that. But she was formally signed to his label, right? Very prominent individual. And she was under Diddy's management. And so the severity of these allegations cannot cannot be understood as they speak to a much larger issue plaguing the media industry, period. The abuse of power and the exploitation of vulnerable individuals. I'm gonna just keep it a bean and I'm gonna hone in because this is women in media. The vulnerable individuals such as women being abused by this power. So according to TMZ, Diddy was quick, according to everybody, but he was quick to settle the lawsuit brought by Cassie with the amicable resolution when he was accused of this abuse, human trafficking, sexual assault. And then there was 2 more individuals that also filed against Diddy, which made him be like, I need to step down for Revolt. So somebody named Joe, her name is Joy, Derek's son Neil, says that Diddy sexually assaulted her on camera when she was a college student back in 1991. Again, these are all allegations. We don't know if these are true or not. And a Jane Doe says Diddy and the singer-songwriter Aaron Hall took turns raping her and friends either in 1990 or 1991. So there is a clip of Diddy that gives a thank you. He was accepting an award and he gives a thank you to Cassie and was like, thank you for being there for me in such a dark moment, in such a dark time in my life. And he thanks a couple other people, right? So I don't know, maybe Diddy did go through a period of crazy dark periods in his life, which caused him to abuse people. Not sure, but I will say that with time comes wisdom. And so I think that the way that he's moving with wisdom. Now he is not admitting to any of it. I don't know, but he paid her what she asked for to settle the case. He didn't fight it. That could signify that maybe he did some of the things that she said that he did. But they're also saying that, because these additional 2 lawsuits came out. Okay, this is a quote from one of his representatives. The claims involving alleged misconduct against Mr. Combs from over 30 years ago and filed at the last minute are completely denied and rejected by Diddy. He recognizes this as a money grab. Because of Mr. Combs' fame and success, he is an easy target for accusers who will falsify the truth without conscience or consequence for financial benefit. Who knows? But with Diddy resigning, this signifies a shift in the power dynamics within the entertainment sector, raising questions regarding the moral responsibility of industry leaders. So taking this matter seriously is critical in order to foster a safe and supportive environment for artists to thrive, for women to thrive, for administration operational staff to thrive. So I just want to bring back to y'all's remembrance the Me Too movement and how so many women, so many accounts of women came out about the media entertainment industry, how they were sexually assaulted and abused and things of that sort. And over the years, it's so much talk about how women maybe had to sexually do sexual acts or really disrespect themselves in order to move up in the industry because it's a male-driven, dominated industry. And they were just misusing and abusing women, which made the mission of Women in Media Global here so prominent, so important, so necessary, and so supported by you all, because it's true. The disrespect of women in the industry ain't no joke and ain't nothing to joke about. So I just want to share a very interesting comment on vulture.com on this same Diddy stepping down momentarily from Revolt. And the comment reads as such: Diddy was not involved in the day-to-day at Revolt. You clearly didn't read the article. One of his 3 cases were settled. Cassie, the others are ongoing, and I'm sure there are more to come from 30 plus years in the business. Cassie's accusations only span 10 years of that time. If it is bad enough behind the scenes for Diddy to step down from a company that he's not operating day to day, the rest of his partners associated should aim to get out ahead of the storm as well. This is not a normal celebrity canceling. Diddy being evil in a multitude of ways has been an open secret and joke in the industry for decades. True. From fraudulent business practices and stealing from artists to orchestrating the death of several high-profile people and many accusations of forcing both male and female artists and associates, adults, and minors to perform humiliation and sexual acts for business opportunities, money, or his sick enjoyment. We've all heard why Christopher Williams tore up that office. We've seen the Meek Mill video and photos. Usher was a child living with Diddy early in his career, wrestling over cornflakes in the morning, and that's from Diddy's own mouth. He's been accused of filming these acts and using them to blackmail and hold control over many of the industry peers and artists. It's interesting that after so many years in the business, he's supposed innocent. Not one person has come out to talk about any statement in support of his character and legacy to defend this. No one has come out to deny it either. Almost like everyone is under a collective NDA not to speak on Diddy at all. The few naysayers that did speak out, Jeannie Dill, Jaguar Wright, etc., are all called haters and crazy clout chasers. It's exhausting to watch. I just wanted to share that comment. It held a lot of weight for me, and we've all heard this stuff about Diddy, but I don't know, we just kind of hear it and then we just go on with our lives, right? So Kesha changes her lyrics that drops Diddy from TikTok after the Cassie lawsuit. So the singer, who's 36, typically starts her song TikTok with the line, "Wake up in the morning feeling like P.Diddy." However, during her Friday, November 17th show in Oakland, California, social media footage shows her seamlessly singing a different line. "Wake up in the morning feeling just like me." Get out while you can, they say, as far as the storm is coming. I don't know. We don't know how this is going to play out, but it is important that we bring note of this information. There's a couple of takeaways from this whole entire story about Diddy. Again, not to disregard any of his accomplishments, but I will not not share my voice and to raise my concerns for women in the industry, which is what this platform is all about, right? It's important that we hold leaders accountable, period. Especially in the entertainment industry and in the media industry, industries that shapes the perspectives, the viewpoints, the minds of millions of people every day. Regardless of their status, their money, their influence, how many awards they have, if somebody is doing something wrong, you need to respectfully call them out on it, because there's no way we'll be able to create a space for women to feel safe and to really matriculate through the industry in a way where they need to if we don't shine a light on negative things. Holding him accountable for these allegations, I think, are important, and it is important that we understand industry from the perspective of a woman. We want to feel safe. We want to move through the industry in a way where we don't feel like we have to hide, or we can't open our mouth and say something because we won't have the support, or we'll be blacklisted or backdoored or denied opportunities because we've said something about a male who is completely out of line and disrespecting women where they have absolutely no place in doing so. So I want to challenge all of our listeners, all of our WIM sisters, everybody here. I don't care what industry you're in. I don't care what you do. If something is being done wrong, you need to be able to stand up about it, because let's make this very clear. If you turn a blind eye to something that you know for sure, you are also going to be held accountable at the end of your life when judgment comes. Everybody's going to have a judgment day. And if you turn your eye blindly, you're going to be at fault for not doing the right thing. The second takeaway I want to say is creating safe work environments. I've been mentioning it. I've been talking about it, but working in TV stations, radio stations, media rooms, editorial rooms, whatever facet of media you're in, whether you're in recording, artists, all of it, we got to do better with creating work environments that are safe, which is why I applaud all the women who are creating their own platforms and creating their own media outlets and allowing them to have a space to create where they are not going to tolerate disrespect, right? So shout outs to Hype Hair magazine that's owned by Leah Diaz out of Los Angeles, who has her own magazine company and is creating space for women. But just reflecting on the fact that Diddy has the workspaces, he has created Bad Boy Records, he has created Revolt TV, he has created countless places of employment for artists and creatives, and he has not always done the best job or any job at making sure that the environment is safe for the people who work there. It's a larger problem at hand. It's workplace harassment, it's abuse. Within our organizations, we need to prevent and address misconduct, ensuring that the safety and well-being of women in the industry are forefront of our minds, and that we make sure that as we go into the future that this ain't going down. And the last point I want to bring up is the opportunity to amplify the voices of women, which is what this platform is all about. So if you ever have a need to spread the awareness about something that is going to impact your sisters in the industry, please know and understand that this is a platform for you. This is why we've created it. And I want to encourage you to use the platforms that you have access to speak out, to share your experiences, to talk about the things that need to be heard about women, voice your concerns, discuss the allegations, bring awareness and light to the opportunities. We have one of the most amazing opportunities in society, in all of mankind, which we can create and launch our own platforms. These smartphones that we have, you turn it on, it is now your camera. It is your microphone. You can create a show on social media. We now do not have an excuse. No, we're no longer silenced. If we decide to be silent, that's a personal choice. But because we have so much freedom of speech, access to technology, AI tools, all of the things above, this is your time to talk about it. So I want you to support and uplift women, fostering a culture of empowerment and positive environments. And if you're not in that space, if you can't do that, then I'm also going to respectfully ask you to get out of the way. I'm going to respectfully ask you to sit down, turn your mic off, turn your lights off. If you can't be a part of what we are creating here, which is an environment for women to thrive, for them to own their voices, for them to have ownership in the industry, and for them to be able to pay it forward every single opportunity that we get. This show for me is important. So I want to make sure that I hear from you. Let us know. Drop a comment. Leave a note, send us an email. Our email is wemspeakspodcast@gmail.com. Our website is womeninmediaglobal.org. We are on Instagram at wemglobal, and we're also on TikTok at wemspeakshow. All that's going to be here in the show notes, right? But in conclusion, these events have the potential to shape the future of the industry, prompting a collective effort to address the issues of sexual abuse and exploitation that have long been swept under the rug. Only through open dialogue, investigation, and support can the entertainment industry, the media industry, begin to create a safer and more inclusive environment for all artists, for all creatives, for all professionals and operators in the industry. And I'm gonna just leave it right there. I'm gonna leave it literally right there. This has been another great episode of the Wem Speak Show. Listen, y'all, this is Women in Media, and we have spoken. Make sure you keep it locked and loaded right here to the Wem Speak Show. I am your host, DP Jeter. We have spoken. Thanks. See you next time.